Hey, this is Pete's Dude Man Guy, and this topic was suggested by Welch-Rebooted4739. This is characters where we're not really sure if they would be eligible for Super Smash Bros. Or not because of their origins. Specific examples listed are Turok, Geralt, and usually as a joke, Lightning McQueen. So here's where I stand on this. The Dracula from the novel is clearly a different character from the Dracula in Castlevania. And most people would agree. Even though they share a name and some attributes and some likenesses, they are two separate entities, and most people would say that then it would be okay to have Dracula in Super Smash Bros. Now, I've known people who disagree with that, but I would say for most people, characters like Dracula and Alucard or Kid Icarus's Hades would be A-okay, no problem. So where I draw the line then is the intention and the execution of the adaptation of characters. On one side of that line, you have someone like Harry Potter. There are Harry Potter video games, but clearly the Harry Potter in those video games is meant to be the same Harry Potter as the books and the movies. And this would apply to things like, you know, Goku and Spider-Man and Batman. That's those characters. On the other side of that, to give another example, I tend to think of Mary Poppins as a Disney character. Because while she is technically based on a book character, the stories and the characterization of both those characters named Mary Poppins is so wildly different, they're not connected at all. Like, yes, they have similar attributes and the same name, but it's not like Walt Disney was trying to bring the Mary Poppins books to life. He was just using a character name to make his own story, which could be said for a lot of the Disney movies. So as far as video games go, that's kind of where I would place Turok and Geralt. Yes, there are Turok comics and Witcher books that predate the video game series. However, those video game series are so loosely tied to their source material and so unrelated that people don't correlate them, right? They're basically almost literally completely separate entities that have taken off on their own. The Witcher video game series and the Turok video game series have so little to do with their source materials, it's really only a reference in name. So in my opinion, and everyone's going to differ all over the board on this, in my opinion, they're completely fair game. They are video game characters, or at the very least, video game inspired versions of characters from other source materials that happen to have the same name and somewhat the same concept. Lightning McQueen, on the other hand, was always intended to be a movie-based character. Yes, the Cars video game released before the movie, but it's always meant to be the same Lightning McQueen. It's based on the movie character. It's the exact opposite situation of Strider Hiryu, who was a manga character first, but that was always intended to be a lead into the video game. So, like I said, I think it really does come more down to intention of the character than the literal placement of where that character came from. Just my opinion on the topic.